1, 2, 3, 4, 1. All right, there's just a little bit of Blue Ridge Cabin Home, really popular song for people to learn because it's got 3 chords and it goes in order. Talking again today about this handout that I did called Bluegrass Breaks from the Ground Up, where we kind of, there's not a pattern to making bluegrass. There's not a formula to making bluegrass guitar breaks or banjo breaks or anything. But I am, giving a form, and the form is the song, the form is the poetry, the form is the lyric, because we are playing over something. You're playing over the melody, you're playing over the lyrics, you're playing over the chords, and we think in phrases. Most of these songs have 16 bars. Well, nobody's sitting there counting bars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. You're not really doing that. But you do hear the song. There's a well-beaten path on that old mountainside. There's a phrase, right? So that's what you're playing over. So we talked about fills, we talked about double stops, we talked a little bit about Carter style, a little bit about cross-picking. And now we're talking about the other things, the licks, the times where, for whatever reason, you don't want to play the melody. You just want to rip. You just want to play something. Maybe the song has reached an emotional high point where you're like, the song can't take anymore. In fact, you might start a break like that. You might start a break at an emotional high point because you're coming out of the verse. Do, 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 do. And you really want to punch in right away and be strong. You might say, I want to wait to the end. I'm going to be pretty chill, Now, and say, so you start to think about where do you want to do that at? And I would say start small and pick your spots. So I think as you're learning to do this, it's kind of crazy to say, I'm going to play a full 16 bar or full 4 phrases of just licks. It's a lot. Think how many notes that is. Do 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 do. All these. Now, what if all those notes were different? Do do do. That's kind of crazy. Now, we hear people play like that. We know it exists, and that can be a choice. But that's a lot, right? That's a lot to say, I'm going to do all that. So I say, okay, pick a phrase or maybe even just pick a chord. What chord am I going to riff on? So let's say I'm going to riff on the D chord, okay? So I'm going to play something that has to do with the melody until I get to the D chord. And then I'm just going to play some kind of D lick. Now, you might not know what to play yet. That might be another day. But say that's when I'm just going to go crazy, okay? Now, that was a reasonable amount to play D stuff, something over the D chord, okay? Maybe I'll say I'm going to play it over the C chord. I'm going to play over the whole last phrase. I'm just going to go crazy. Let's see. But it's a choice. It's not a formula. It's not like, the final answer to anything with music is, does it sound good? Does it sound good to who? Does it sound good to you? Does it sound good when you tape it and play it back? Does it sound good to your audience? Does it sound good to the people you play it for that will sit and listen to us play? Okay. So I'm going to compare this now. I'm going to reach for the top, and the top, of course, is Tony Rice. So I don't have this solo memorized. I probably should, right? But this is I tabbed this out for a student one time, transcribed it. And I'm going to play it kind of slow. And let's see Tony's approach. And on this song, I don't think Tony plays a whole lot of melody. There's other songs where he handles the melody a little more. On this break, see where I can see this. On this break, I don't think he plays a whole lot of melody. Let's see. I'm kind of sight reading this. I played it before, but I'm kind of sight reading it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So he's really, taking a lick-based approach here and a chord-based approach, like he is playing, for the most part, playing C licks when he gets to the C chord. When he gets to the C chord, he goes, that's a C lick. He comes into the D a little early. When he goes to the G in the second half of the song, he goes. Coming into the C chord. And then some Tony stuff at the end. Now somebody's got that better than me, and I'll tell you who it is. It's Rebecca Frazier. Rebecca Frazier can outpick me all day long on Tony Rice stuff. I promise you that. Now, so he did a lick-based approach. How might I do it? However you want to do it. How much do you want to put in? How much spice do you want? I like Indian food, okay? And I have a feeling that they know that I can't really take the spice. So I think when they bring me, at the Indian restaurant, when they bring me a plate, they've sized me up and say, no, he can't handle what we can handle. Because their food is spicy, right? So I think I get an American version of the spice. How much spice do you want in your food? How much salt do you put on your food? See, these things, it always says the recipe, salt to taste. These things are a matter of taste. It's a matter of taste. It's your taste, it's your audience's taste. How much of that do you want to do in? Now, we're going to have some more discussions, either here or in lessons or whatever, about how to create licks and stuff. I will say this. It is good to copy licks. It is good. This is a learning process. I got a 2-year-old. She just started saying, yeah. Yeah. That's how she's answering right now. Well, she's copying us. That's something that we're probably saying, not even thinking about it. But she fits right into the family, the way she's talking like her mom and dad. And this is how that goes. So go ahead and learn Tony Rice licks. But I would say is try to take it out of the song and just right on the chord. So here's the lick. He does it right here. Okay, that's a C lick. So theoretically, you could use that over almost any C chord, and it would probably sound pretty good. So you learn a lick, you go play it. You go to the jam, you play that lick every time a C chord comes up. You see how it works. You start to feel how that works. Swing the bat. Swing the bat. Get in the batting cage. Start swinging the bat. See if you can hit that ball. Make those adjustments. You know, oh, it's going over there every time. Oh, it's going over there every time. Make those adjustments. Is the lick working? Can I get out of it? Can I get into it? Can I get back to the melody? You know, and that's all feel. Just like an athlete has a feel. You throw the ball at the basket. What, bouncing off the rim every time? Well, what do? Shoot a little bit more that way. You know? So you have to experiment with these things. All right? So I'm going to try to put that lick in over a C chord when I play this, but the rest of it I'll try to be me. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1.